It's interesting you brought up Caeleb Dressel, and I'm thinking of an athlete, like Michael Phelps, who, they have these very intense programs at these championship meets, right? So what is the strategy with an athlete, just in general like that? I know that it was always about kind of time management. It was always about routine, and they were set in kind of the way they did, they would have their swim, and then after their race, they would have a very set routine of like, I do this, this, and this, and then I get to bed type thing. So it's like, what's a general routine for someone like that in terms of what you see in terms of the therapies that they could use?
Yeah, like Caeleb Dressel example, or Chase Kalisz is another example, who Chase likes to do some activation or stuff before he gets in for a warm up, before his pre-swim.
What would you call activation? What do you mean by that?
Well, sometimes they like to do some specific work with their joints or the muscles,
right.
Or have like a routine of like stretching out their hips and whatnot. So you just have to, after a while that they've been to many competitions, they figure out what's best for their body, right? So sometimes they need an adjustment in between their warm up and their race. Like, okay, this is just a little bit tight. Okay, let's get an adjustment. So that would be the chiropractor to adjust. And then chiropractor may say, okay, you know what, he's still a bit tight up there. Just work him out really quite quickly and let him go. So then post, it's a little bit different. Some, as you said, have a routine, and it's, it's down to time wise, right? They get out of their swim, they get a recovery, rehydration, the interview, and then they may get in the water. Then they come on the table, they get some work, they may go for an ice tub, and that's their kind of routine. And so they can have it timed, because Caeleb Dressel, in between multiple events, he needs to know exactly how much time he has in the water, how much time he has on the table, and that type of thing.
Right. Yeah. That's super cool. I like that. And I always love to watch athletes, like you said, the pre, what they do when they get to the pool. Like, especially as a coach, I paid a lot of attention to what the top athletes do. So like you watch these, Adam Peaty's and people who are just high level performers, what's their routine before they get in the pool, it's so interesting. And they do have one. That's the thing, is like, the best athletes don't walk on the deck and think to themselves, well, what do I do now for the next 30 minutes? Like, they have a routine. That's the most important thing to know here. And to watch them go through that at Chase Kalisz, of like, okay, loosen up my hips, get in the pool, swim my 400 IM, get back, get some flushing out, swim down, get some food into me. It's like this boom, 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 which then allows you then to come back and do it all over again, and perform at a very high level.